Working with Debbie Talalay was a very refreshing experience, and it had a lot of unexpected sides to it. And the benefits that I've found, funnily enough, have permeated into every areas of my life, but it was about one thing specifically, which is my power and how I was actually not allowing myself to be powerful and to be everything that I can be, as if the world around me, the people around me, even the people who know and love me, couldn't take it. And therefore, how I was making myself small and not really serving anybody's purposes by doing that. I would say that the advantages of working with Debbie are that you will save time. The outlay of money will be very easily quantifiable quickly, so you can anticipate how many sessions you will need without having an open-ended, bankrolling of a therapist. And also it will require very little or relatively little introspection and let's say, airy-fairy putting into words things or emotions that you're maybe not that comfortable addressing. So it can be just a very boom, 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 efficient, pragmatic, structured exercise. You'd be surprised. So Debbie's method is very unique in that it is very quick, and it's very short fire, and it's very honed in very quickly. So having gone through a variety of other therapies, talking therapies, or kinesiology even, things like that, the time frame involved and almost the input from yourself that is required is really reduced and condensed when you work with Debbie. I think people would find that both time-wise and obviously financially even, as well as the kind of onerous and emotional toll that other therapies may take on you, because it takes time and it's sometimes like scratching at a scab. This was really painless just quick. Well, there have been a few subtle shifts in my personal relationships for sure, but I guess the most tangible one is that recently I priced a new project, and whereas I would have second-guessed myself a lot in the past and perhaps brought my fee down even before anything had happened, just in case, because I was probably too expensive and I was probably too this and not enough that. I put forward a price that seemed fair. I stood my ground, and then when the client came back and said, well, this and that, I presented very calmly and without taking it all personally as an attack on my value. I showcased how what I had put forward was of value, and this and this and that, and opening even the dialogue to considering alternative options to the fee or to the scope that didn't mean that I was short selling myself or downgrading my value. So it turned out very positively, where the added value was recognized and the client accepted and saw what I had wanted to communicate. And so it was a very calm and very empowering transaction, basically discussion and conversation. So I am an interior architect, interior designer, and my process when I present my fee proposal is always very detailed, so people can understand every aspect of the space planning and the lighting layouts and the electrical layouts that I do from day zero, as early as the architect is involved, so that the space is truly resolved. It adds value, it adds quality of life, and it allows my clients to live their best life within their home, no matter how big their home is, no matter what their budget. My attention to detail and my focusing on how they live, tailoring, customizing my offering to each client, allows them to truly inhabit their dwelling and live within it in a way that is truly representative of who they are, their lifestyle, their values, their families, and really truly to make every day just a beautiful, empowering, comfortable, and elegant experience. Debbies process allows you to access a level of accountability or relatedness within yourself. Perhaps confirming things that you had an inkling about, and perhaps lifting the veil on things that you kind of know but have chosen to ignore. And it really gives you access to a connection to a deeper self, but also perhaps a more cosmic self, if you want, that you are connected to the universe and your past and your future and generations of people before you. And then truly it opens windows into things that, should you choose to explore them further, you've been given these keys, really, these key words and these key questions that you perhaps have never formulated that precisely. And then you can run with that and continue delving into it should you wish to. So having, let's say, unknotted some of the trickier pain points, let's say, that I had unbeknownst to myself with Debbie, has allowed me now to, when I put forward my services and my expertise, because I have been an interior architect and designer for more than 15 years. I've won awards. I've managed my own business now for more than 15 years as well. It's allowed me to just fully inhabit that space in the same way that I'm allowing my clients to fully inhabit their own dwelling, let's say. And it was very much like a refurbishment, let's say, of my interior power and my interior value, and to allow myself really to just put it out there and present it in a way that was freeing and empowering, and without any limiting beliefs or any assumptions on how it was being heard, how it was being received, and playing my own devil's advocate, yes, but, and you shouldn't probably because, and so it's made everything just freer and lighter as a real conversation where I'm bringing something to the table that is not available to the clients yet, and therefore how can it not be a great experience? It's a win-win, obviously, for both of us. If life is too much right now and you're feeling overwhelmed and in pain and lost for whatever reasons, a trauma, an ongoing crisis, conflict, Debbie's work allows you to really hone in to the essential and gives you some clarity into perhaps a hierarchy of what the true issues are, so that you can find your way and put aside perhaps things that are not a priority, that are not the main issues, allowing you to really focus on 1, 2, or 3 things that are holding you back, that are truly preventing you from having that calmness of mind despite everything that's going on, you know, so you can feel like a lighthouse, even though you're being attacked by the waves, but you have some sense of where you're headed and of what really is truly important, and the things that you can deal with and the things that are out of your control, and therefore you can put them aside for a later date. So it's good to just have that support, that simple and streamlined support, I guess, that very efficient exercise with Debbie to identify what are the main questions right now, what are the main concerns, what are the main obstacles, and am I creating them for myself, or are they truly there for me to deal with, and therefore what do I need, who do I need to be able to face them. So I think those are key things, because when you're in pain you just want to feel better, like now.